cameras, camera settings, computer editing, lighting, props, composition, imagination, and hard work. They all come together as we try to create those perfect photos or videos. There's this huge mistake that I see almost every photographer or filmmaker make when they're first starting out, and sometimes they keep making this mistake for years and it keeps them from ever becoming professional. So what I'm about to tell you could be the most valuable thing that you could ever learn as a photographer that's going to take you to the next level, and that's that it's not just about the camera. It's not just about your skills with the camera. Your camera is just a tool that captures whatever you put in front of it. And when you put something in front of it that doesn't look great, your picture doesn't look great. I know this is a really super simple concept, but most people don't get this. A photographer doesn't just work behind the camera. Most of the work goes on out in front of the camera, crafting the light, the composition, making everything look perfect so that you can come back to your camera and capture something beautiful. If there's something beautiful in front of your camera, you can have an $800 camera or a $20,000 camera, and what you put in front of it is what makes the difference. I've seen people with $20,000 cameras and they put stuff in front of it that doesn't look great, and what do you know, they have a picture that doesn't look great. So learning lighting is a really big thing. Like lighting and composition, those two things will make you a great photographer even if you're just using a really inexpensive camera. And don't get me wrong, you should have at least $1,000 camera if you want to be professional. But the difference between $1,000 camera and like a $20,000 camera, you're not going to notice the difference between those if you don't know how to craft a scene and craft lighting and composition. That's why today we're going to be unboxing a light and talking about lighting. This is the GVM LT50S. Now this is made up of 144 LED lights. Half of these are blue and half of them are yellow. So as we turn the adjustment knob on the back, we can either have the yellow lights on, the blue lights on, or a mixture of the two, and just be able to adjust the tint of our light. It comes with built-in barn doors. It has a soft diffuser on it, so it's really nice just to be able to use it right out of the box. We don't have to put any diffuser on it and just have some really nice soft light. It can run off of a cord or a battery. The downside is that it doesn't come with batteries, so keep that in mind when you purchase this. If you're going to be using it on some remote location, you need to be battery powered, you'll have to get that separately. So there's a couple things I'm really excited to be using this light for. The main thing is in my studio, just portrait lighting. One of the lighting situations I like to use a lot is find a spot where there's just shade. Like right now I'm inside, there's no harsh light hitting anywhere, there's soft light coming in the windows from all directions. And then I would set this light up, I would close the barn doors a little bit to create a narrower light. Then I'll raise this up above me, just out of sight here, and create this really nice hair light, or what they call like a rim light. Basically it's just along the edge, and this just makes me pop off the background. So here's with the light off, and here's with it on. And the other thing I have going on here is a little video light in the back, this little blue light here, just giving a little bit of color in the background there. So like here it is without any of the lights and with the lights. So this is a lighting setup that I use all the time. It looks really great, it's simple, and just gives that professional look to your photos and videos. Now you may be wondering, why should you actually use like a professional video light versus just going down to Home Depot and grabbing yourself a light panel and using that? And it's because cheaper LEDs actually flicker on and off really fast. You can't see it with the human eye, but if you are trying to record in slow motion, or when you take a picture, that picture could be taken at that split second when the light is turned off. So here's the GVM video light. You can see this is recorded at 960 frames per second, and it's totally solid light. It's not flickering at all. Now here is a typical household light. These are hanging in my studio. And again, I recorded at 960 FPS. You can see that flickering on and off. Over the last few days, I've been working on some splash photography, and this light has been absolutely perfect. Here's the lighting setup I used for one of the splash photos that I did. I've got the light set up here. I closed this barn door down a little bit. so that we're keeping this light from spilling onto our background. So that's keeping our background nice and dark, and that's just going to direct the light right onto our bottle because that's going to be out here. I've got my camera set up here, and all of this is in the shade. The sun is back up there, but the building is blocking us from the sun, so everything just has a really nice, even, soft light. And these pictures, I really loved how this turned out. Just shaking that bottle back and forth to get the splash to be kind of zigzaggy, and that is just perfect. You guys really need to be investing in educating yourselves about lighting and invest in a few good lights. It will make a huge difference in the quality of your photos and videos. Now, if you want this light, there's a link in the description below. You can go ahead and head over to their website, check that out. Also, if you want to learn more lighting tips, then check out more of my videos right here. I'll see you really soon in the next video.